Had any luck, Professor Taylor?
Nothing but a bunch of reactionary squares.
You have to focus, sir. Concentrate. We are at a higher level of consciousness. Tap into it. The lesser minds won't be able to resist. Can't you feel it? When I first started talking to people, they resisted too. As time passed, I could feel my mind like it was reaching into theirs, convincing them. I've already got 8 to join us.
We have to get more crystals for them.
We don't need to. I haven't used mine since class. Akar has given us the power. Try it. Don't use your crystal, Professor. Just call out to him.
Akar.
I am here, Akar. You have the power. We are united in purpose, and together we can achieve anything.
By George, Mr. Colby, you're right.
See? Now we will bring mankind to Aquarius whether it wants to go or not.
Professor Taylor, we've been looking all over for you.
Doctor, Mr. Newman.
Professor Travers is waiting for us back at the lab.
We have more important business to attend to, young man.
But the asteroid...
Mark, not here. It's urgent that you return with us to the lab. There's been some unusual developments.
The Age of Aquarius is upon us, and it's time the world joined us in universal harmony.
What are you talking about?
Yes. Aquarius is here.
What?
Mark understands, don't you?
Yes. The next step in human progress has come upon us. Can't you feel it, Doctor?
Mark, snap out of it. What are you all on about?
Join us, Doctor.
Yes.
Join us.
I will not. What's going on? What's happening?
You cannot resist us.
You will join us, Doctor.
All will join us.
You will be given no choice.
No! What are you doing to my mind?
Universal peace.
And harmony for all.
No! No!
Those who resist will either come to us
or perish.
No!
Listen to me. Everyone, listen to me. You will all listen.
Mankind has long sought its place in the universe. Why are we here? What meaning do our lives have? Since we took our first steps on this planet, we have been nothing more than children. Our eyes not even open to the world we inhabited. But those days are over. Now, enlightenment has come. I know each one of you has been searching in his or her heart, asking, is there more to existence than what I am? I can feel you even now, reaching out to my words, to us, because you know we speak the truth, and that truth has arrived today.
Universal peace and harmony is now within our grasp. Behold, Aquarius!
The Age of Aquarius has arrived.
It's a meteor.
This is the part of the same meteor that our crystals were made from. See? Akar provides for our needs. Aquarius! Aquarius!
Where's the doctor?
What?
How did he break our control?
This doctor has a strong mind. Fear not, my children. He will come to our fold. For now, let us welcome those who embrace enlightenment.
The meteor. Come, brothers and sisters, gather our icon of Aquarius and bring it to my bungalow. There will be the center of our new world.
Doctor, what's going on out there? I thought I heard a riot going on. Then suddenly it got quiet. Now there's not a soul in the quad.
Interesting choice of words, Professor Travers. Where's our asteroid?
Asteroid?
Yes, asteroid. Please concentrate, Professor. Where is it right now?
It's still getting closer, but it doesn't seem to be slowing down anymore. Its speed is constant.
Have you established its trajectory?
It looks like it's going to enter geosynchronous orbit just over Great Britain.
Are you certain?
I'm not certain about anything when it comes to that rock. It's behaving in a most peculiar manner.
Once again, you have an affinity for hitting the nail on the proverbial head.
Doctor, I do wish you'd be more clear. I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Professor Taylor.
Now we're talking about Taylor and not the asteroid.
I think there's a connection.
You mean beyond mere astrophysics?
I want to know everything he believed about the Age of Aquarius. I mean beyond the traditional astrological significance.
I fail to see what this has to do with anything.
Let me enlighten you.
Please do.
Taylor and what appears to be his transcendental meditation class have tapped into some kind of psychic power.
Don't tell me you actually fell for this nonsense.
I used to be as skeptical as you, Professor, until something tried to take over my mind just a few minutes ago.
Something?
Very observant of you. Yes, something. Something out of this world. Something extraterrestrial.
You mean little green men?
Actually, Martians are rather dark-skinned and cumbersome. The beings we're dealing with here, I doubt, have any corporeal form at all. At least, not with the amount of psionic power I felt.
You're losing me.
I think Taylor's Age of Aquarius has arrived, and it's coming on that asteroid.
This is ridiculous. You've left a world of science and joined a lunatic fringe.
Hardly, Professor. Earth is in grave danger. Taylor and his bunch are out there right now gathering their forces for who knows what. That's what we need to find out. It's all connected with that asteroid. We've got to know what it is and how everything is linked, before it's too late.
Too late for what?
That's another question we need answered.
Well, if it will help, we received a donation from the University Museum a few weeks ago. It was a chunk of meteorite that landed just a few kilometers from here.
I don't suppose luck would be on our side, and it came from the same asteroid we're tracking now.
If I remember the spectroanalysis reports correctly, I'd be very surprised if it wasn't.
I think we need to take a closer look at it. Now.
It's this way.
Feel the power, my brothers and sisters. Let it course through you all, together as one.
We are one. You are doing well, my children. Concentrate. Focus your minds. Free yourselves from the bondages of what is past. The future is Aquarius. The future is peace.
The future is Aquarius. The future is peace.
All right. We've had just about enough of this. You're disrupting the campus, Mr. Colby. And you, Professor Taylor. I would have expected at least you to show some reason.
Headmaster, I have never been of a more reasoned mind than I am at this very moment.
Everyone is to disperse immediately or be suspended. And do not touch that meteor. I have called for the authorities. They'll be here any minute to dispose of it. It could be radioactive for all we know, so stand away.
Headmaster, we want you to join us. Can't you feel that?
Join you? In what?
The time has come. The Age of Aquarius has arrived.
Enough! Professor Taylor, I put up with your New Age nonsense for long enough. Clean out your office. Your services are no longer required. The rest of you have 1 minute to return to your dorms or you'll all be expelled.
His mind is too resistant. Dispose of him.
Of course.
Such is the fate of anyone who will not join us in universal harmony.
Wait. Something's wrong.
I feel it too.
The Doctor is approaching the University Museum.
What's there that might interest him, Professor?
We do have another meteor on display. It was donated by that fellow who made our crystal necklaces.
Perhaps we may still persuade a mind such as his to join us.
If not, we now have the power to destroy him. Either way, let me handle him. He trusts me.
Go in peace, my brother.
In peace.
The fragment is being kept in the west wing of the museum with several other astronomical exhibits of interest. It's become quite popular, if I do say so myself.
Is this it?
Yes.
And what are these?
These are charms that were created from smaller pieces of the meteorite that an elderly gentleman made for display here. I've seen several students wearing similar ones all about campus.
Really? May I borrow one of them for a little while, Professor?
I suppose. If you think it will help, Doctor.
I do.
What are you doing?
If I recall correctly, the lotus position.
I don't understand.
It's time to see what the Age of Aquarius is all about.
If they're as dangerous as you say, are you certain this is a good idea?
Nothing is certain, Professor Travers. Ironically, it all requires a leap of faith.
Welcome, Doctor.
Hello there.
We had so hoped you would join us.
Well, before I sign on the dotted line, I was wondering if I could get a little tour, find out what you're all about.
Of course, Doctor. I can sense you have a very deep mind, full of questions and doubts and fears. Allow me to put them all to rest.
Please do.
We have been watching the Earth for a great deal of time. We have seen its hopes and dreams, and its turmoil and despair. The people of Earth yearn for peace, but they do not yet know how to achieve it. We can show them the way.
How charitable of you.
To those who would open their minds and hearts to the power of Aquarius, the world that they have long sought for can finally be theirs.
And what do you get in return?
So suspicious, Doctor. Just open your mind, and let Aquarius fill your being. All questions will be answered there.
I can feel you probing my thoughts. Really, stooping around without an invitation can get you a trespass citation.
We are all members of the Universal Brotherhood. There should be no secrets between us.
Well, if you're telepathic, why don't you just take my secrets? I presume you could have done that any time you wanted.
We are not barbaric, Doctor. We want you to come of your own free will. All who join us come of their own free will. Even your friend, Mark Newman. He has seen the light, as will you.
And if I refuse?
Those who will not join us cannot be part of the new world and must be purged. There can be no hate and love, Doctor. Even you can see that.
Of course.
Do not delay your decision. Enlightenment will wait only for a short time longer. Until then.
Remarkable.
What happened? You looked as if you were in some kind of a trance.
I was. Had a nice little chat with a fellow named Akar.
I've heard that name before. Some students were talking about him.
Before today?
No, I only heard it when all this stuff started happening.
That would make sense. This Age of Aquarius is definitely connected with our asteroid. Akar, and from what I could gather, a whole host of other beings.
Beings? You mean more than one?
The plural usually does indicate more than one, Professor. Now, if I may continue. The asteroid is being used by creatures of pure thought. I wasn't able to learn too much and still shield my own thoughts from them. But I did manage to discover some startling information Akar was making little effort in hiding.
Such as?
These beings have lived for countless millennia. And as much as it might surprise you, life as a non-corporeal entity has its drawbacks. They can't experience the joy of a good custard pie. And, as if existence couldn't get any less bearable, they don't even know the taste of a good hot cup of tea. Unlivable, I say.
I think you're drifting off topic.
You just have no appreciation for the fine points of life, Professor. But anyway, to make existence somewhat endurable, they travel to an unsuspecting planet and colonize it. Not like you humans would, by planting yourselves and pushing the native life forms into extinction. No. They take over the inhabitants themselves, live out their lives, exhaust the planet's natural resources, then move on. They're like parasites, only worse. At least parasites contribute to the natural order of things. These creatures only consume. They return nothing.
This is unbelievable. Are you certain this Akar creature doesn't realize you know this?
Akar thinks everyone on this planet is human, so what he doesn't know he's too arrogant to think of. Which is probably why, even with Mark under his control, he still doesn't know who I am.
And who are you?
One revelation at a time, Professor. We're working on a timetable here, and it's fixed by that approaching asteroid.
If it hasn't changed course or speed, it should be entering orbit any minute.
As soon as it does, they'll be close enough to begin their transference. These meteors, the one we have here in the museum and the one that landed in the quad earlier today, is their link between them and this planet. They're going to use the meteor the students have in their possession to focus their energy and take over everyone under their control.
And what happens to our world when that happens?
The Earth enters the Age of Aquarius. Unfortunately, you humans won't be around to enjoy it for long.
Only those who are not part of us, Doctor.
Mark!
Akar gave you a choice. What is your decision?
The only one I can make. I'm going to join you.
What? Doctor, you can't be serious!
Oh, but I am, Professor Travers. I've never been more serious in my life.
Concentrate. We must all concentrate. This is the turning point for our planet. Om.
Om. Om. Om. Om. The time has come. You are ready. Focus your astral energies on the meteor in front of you. It is your link to Aquarius.
Bring the doctor forward.
Hello.
The Doctor should be the last to join us. He is the symbol of your transition from what was to what is Hakari.
Gather around the doctor. Lift him up to Aquarius, and enlightenment shall finally be ours.
Where are we?
Is this enlightenment?
They are ready. Begin the transfer.
What's happening? What are you doing to me?
We are bringing mankind to the next stage of existence. We are the next stage, Carl Taylor. Your bodies will allow us to live a physical existence, and we shall bring the Earth into harmony with the universe.
You betrayed us!
You cannot defy us. Your minds were open. You have given yourselves freely to us. Now it's too late.
Not yet.
What are you doing?
Your arrogance will be your undoing.
Your mind. Your mind can be this strong.
No human mind, you mean?
Who are you?
I'm a traveler through time and space.
Like us?
No, you feed on worlds, leaving them dead husks. I will not allow you to do that to this one.
You cannot stop us. It is too late.
Not quite, Akar. Not when we're together. Professor Taylor, Mark, everyone. Focus your minds. Not on Aquarius, but on yourselves. Don't give them a pathway into your minds. We can resist them still.
I can't, Doctor. They're too strong.
The transference has begun. The Earth will be ours.
The meteor that landed here is their conduit between their home on the asteroid and us. If we can block them from our minds, they'll be forced to return to the asteroid.
We will not go back, Doctor. This planet now belongs to us.
Not as long as we're here.
What happened? Where are we?
The meteor. It's destroyed.
It's in a million pieces.
Pity. I didn't want to destroy them.
You mean they're gone? For good?
The psionic battle between us and them was too much. It destroyed their conduit, the meteor. Since they had already begun the transference, they were destroyed as well. A great loss for the galaxy.
But they were evil.
But they had potential for such good. Think how long they must have lived to achieve life by pure thought. The knowledge that must have been lost today is incalculable.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I don't feel any great loss.
Perhaps that would be the next step in your enlightenment, Professor Taylor. Come on, Mark. Time to go.
Goodbye, Professor.
What? Leaving now? But there are still so many questions.
I'm afraid those will have to wait for another time and another place.
How could I have been so foolish? I never realized the danger I put myself, whole world into.
It's all part of being human, Joshua. You made a mistake. Learn from it and move on. You're alive, the Earth is safe, and you have some studies to complete. Goodbye.
But, Doctor!
Professor, you're not coming with us, are you?
What? What are you talking about?
Probably the best decision. Mark, after you.
Yes, Doctor.
What is a police box doing on campus?
Professor, haven't you learned by now that appearances can be deceiving?
I say.
I cross the void beyond the mind, the empty space that circles time. I see where others stumble blind, the secret truth they never find. Eternal wisdom is my guide. I am the Doctor. Through cosmic waste the TARDIS flies, to taste the secret source of life. The present science can't deny exists. Within, outside, behind, the latitude of the human mind. I am the Doctor. My voyage dissects the course of time. Who knows who's aim, but I will wait. Who searches deep to find the light that glows so darkly in the night. As feelers move to end mankind, metallic teeth begin to grind. With sword of truth, I turn to fight the satanic powers of the night. Is your faith before your mind? Know me, am I